Matt Fegley, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Doing
So,
well. Just had a fun little I don't know, whatever you want to call it, mini conference or something that I went to today. So out
mini
here in the
comp.
wonderful, yeah, it's like this. It's called the Bay Area Council, and um, the the Argentinian president was supposed to be there, but he wound up canceling. So I was kind of looking forward to getting a funny speech on free markets and the virtues of capitalism and all this other stuff. If you don't know who he is, he's an entertaining cat. We'll leave it at that.
There you
So
go. I don't. I'll be honest. I've been so immersed in golf the last couple of years. I don't know much of what's going on in the world. So, um, kind of a good thing and a bad thing. I think in most days it's a good thing. So,
in most
uh,
in most things, it's good.
um, but happy to be home. Chris and I rolled in yesterday afternoon back in our office in Decatur, Illinois. I know everybody converged on Stream Song this last weekend, and after having a couple days to reflect on it, I mean, man, that place is really special, isn't it?
It is very good. I was reminded just how much I really like the red course and
Oh
how
yeah,
much I really like the blue course. Like now, we don't need Jody to go on his opinions of the black, but the black is very good. It's just has its place,
well,
and
Jody's
it's
not here.
fun to
I'll
play.
be I'll be honest. This is the first year I've worked it and didn't play.
Yeah.
And so I spent quite a bit of time. I probably made 5 or 6 trips around the black monitoring pace on Sunday. And I've got to tell you, like, there's a lot of nuances there. We also caught it this year when the greens were firmer and faster. It played
Mhm.
very much more like, Gil Hans intended it to be played. It's just got this Scottish charm, right? So the whole story about Gil Hans, some people love him, some people hate him. I happen to love him. I love his golf courses. But he really got good. He spent how long did he spend over in Scotland? Didn't he take like a year over there or something like that?
Could have
Um,
been. I mean,
but Stream Song Black is very reminiscent of a really fun links golf course. Just watching where balls ended up and where they were hit and the scores. It was fun to see.
yeah,
Um, But man, I got to talk about the amenities too. I mean, how good was the hotel?
it was wonderful. I mean, there, including my wife. There were other wives. There were other wags of the APT along for this.
Wags. We got to start a Facebook group for the Wags.
God, I don't know if us gentlemen want to see that, but uh, you know, but no, dude, the wife had a wonderful time at the spa. The restaurants there were all good. I enjoyed. I think, well, there were quite a few of us that enjoyed the pool. Catching some soak time after enjoying the center of the sun type temperatures in the afternoons there in wonderful Florida. It was hot, so
Yes,
you know.
it definitely was. I actually didn't get to go to the pool at all, which was disappointing. But the pool looked good. I actually know where it is, which is more than I did last year. So
It was
I could get there.
it was quite funny. We watched a guy. There was a group of guys on a trip. I don't know. There's 15 or 20 of them, and they were definitely trying to hit the little tiny green, out there. And I think eventually one of them hit it because it got quite crazy. It was quite obnoxious and loud, but good for them. So, anyhow, the golf courses were great. The competitions were great. I mean, Chris is reminding us to go down line by line. We had our D1 winner, Mr. Mark Young, right?
From Canada.
Eh, and then
Hey,
uh, and then Jason Hawthorne out of Texas, Mister Yukon himself, Alderucci, Christian Alderucci, catching the D3 win there. And then we got Sasha Malich out of Dallas, another Texas guy, and then we had Susan Barrow D5. You
yeah,
know, it
she
was,
put on quite a performance.
she put on a clinic,
I know.
but
I mean, for a 21 index. After I went and counted because somebody decided to say something, as we normally do when you don't know. People want to know if I'm in a jail cell. I'm not going to say the smart comment that I want to say back to that. My office is just a mess. So Chris and I were cleaning today, and it's not all the way done. So I'm covering the screen until you get the newly remodeled office for next week. But um, maybe because I think we'll be next week. We'll be live from Ambrier. But
Yeah.
uh, where was I at before I got lost there? Oh, Susan. 73 tournament rounds.
Yeah.
21.1.
As she joked, I've known Susan a long time.
Yeah.
I was like,
Susan's great.
I was like, holy smokes. And she goes, I love me some links golf. And I said, fair enough.
Absolutely.
Fair enough.
The other thing that's great is I keep getting notifications on my phone because I haven't changed WeatherBug yet for lightning. And it is lightning up a storm at Streamsong right now.
You're getting
we got great weather. You can't beat it. But
it was hot, but it was,
fantastic.
The breeze came by just enough to make you relatively somewhat coolish. So
yeah. So Alderucci's giving me a hard time. I'm wearing the Titleist hat because it's a Folds of Honor hat. It was a gift.
Oh, okay.
So
there you go.
Don't be hating. Always will represent the Folds.
Yeah, I mean, in the other divisions, Division 2, we had, trying to think, Sachi got out to a good lead, and then, Jason just grounded out and took care of business. Who else did we have? We had Denver. Denver played well the first round. He wants that second round back because he played fantastic in day 3.
Right.
I played good, not great. Had a great time. Played with Johnny Pierce on the final day, and he and I had some good laughs and good times. He got me by 1, man. He rolled in a 25-footer on the last hole.
That's awesome. I was wondering those Facebook comments on my post what that was about. But Streamsong was great, man. First class. We've got to give a huge shout out. Obviously, Drew Smith, our tournament coordinator, best in the business. Absolutely love working with him. It's an absolute joy. But Joy and Andrea, on the room side and the sales side. Like, I'll be honest, I walked into my room and had open to baby gifts. So they're the first one to do the baby gifts, which was awesome. So my baby's got some Streamsong swag that she'll be rocking here in a few months, which will be really cool. But I'm reading comments in here, so I apologize. But such a great golf course. We got a lot coming up, though. You know what I mean? So we got to get to that. It is now major season. It is sold out major season now.
It is.
It's had a call with French Lick today, which is phenomenal. Good. It's going to be really fun. That's the end of July. We've got Independence Open, Ozark National, Paynes Valley at Big Cedar Lodge.
Yep.
Probably the hottest new golf course in golf resort in the country.
Yep.
That's July 6th and 7th. And then, coming up in early June, Ambrier, which is the home of the APT. We adore Ambrier.
Absolutely, man. I'm going to make it one of these days. I'm going to make it there. But
just so you know, when you decide to make it, Fegley, I have a Raider trip set up for you.
Oh, we got some. Okay.
I mean, unless you don't want to play Bella Reef.
No, I was getting ready to say, I was figuring there might be a couple of places where some
St. Louis Country Club,
famous golf.
Oh. I mean, we could make a week out of it. I'm just telling you.
Absolutely.
You're probably going to have to buy dinner a few times for that trip.
That's fine.
Just saying. Speaking of great golf courses, I got to throw a little shout out because I see Jeremy in the chat. But Champions Retreat is going to be legit in Augusta. I'm booking my flights tonight.
Nice.
It's going to be freaking awesome. If you don't know what Champions Retreat is in Augusta, it's the golf course that Augusta National chooses to host the Augusta National Women's Amateur.
Yep.
So that's going to be June. Let's see June 24th.
It's 24th. I was getting ready to say. I know it's
June 24th.
I know it's June 24th because I can't play in it.
So y'all want to have a really good weekend. Meet me down in Augusta Monday, June 24th. I'll tell you that place is mint year round.
Yeah, you can use all your street cred and get a couple rounds at Augusta National on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah, something like that. All right, I was distracted because my wife just sent me a reel because that's what she's doing. She's probably watching the live and then scrolling Instagram because she's not really paying attention.
Right.
And all it said on the reel was husband training with a bunch of laughing emojis, and I'm like, oh gosh, what did I do wrong today?
Oh.
So
important thing, right? We talk about everything that's coming up, right? Remind everybody all the fun stuff. Sequoia National, we're doing a Friday 4-ball. There's still spots available. We're 2 weeks out, probably a week away before you have to give the absolute final numbers to the golf course.
Yep.
So if you're coming to Sequoia, grab your partner, get into the 4-ball. Let's have some good-natured competition where you get to do fun things like look at your partner after hitting a bad shot and go, "You're whole," while you drink your beverage or smoke your cigar and watch your partner take care of business for you on the golf course.
That's why I invited Helms right there.
Exactly.
100%. So, well, we got some special guests here tonight. I'm pretty excited about this. We have a new national partner. Those of you that went to Stream Song know about the new gloves that's just overtaking the APT. We've got mine on right here. Trying to get it to not. This thing is stinking awesome.
I have mine in the trunk.
From US Glove. This is the second sample. The logo looks different on this one. This is a prototype. But I'll tell you, I haven't even touched the second sample yet because I'm 10 rounds through my first glove and it's like brand stinking new. So I haven't even touched this one yet. Things are awesome. They're like a Stay Soft meets a Pure Touch. I mean, they're freaking great. I can say that. They probably can't. But it's seriously the best glove I put on my hand. Anytime a player's glove.
I'm looking forward to it. I wanted to save mine. I'm breaking in some new gloves, so it's gonna be good though.
Yeah. Well, anyways, hey, we got a lot still to talk about. Right? But first, we've got a message from our friends at Global Golf, which, by the way, if you remember the APT, you get a $50 credit. You know what the $50 credit is, Fegley?
Free?
Free. There you go. There's literally giving you $50 to spend if you're an APT member. So take advantage of it. But check out this message from our friends at Global Golf.
Shop Global Golf for gear and recommendations that are all about you. With You Try, You Select, and You Trade In, Global Golf's comprehensive suite of services feature the widest variety of new and pre-owned products, PGA professional backed insight, and unbeatable value to help you play your best. So visit Global Golf today and experience personalized shopping that's all about you.
Telling you, Global Golf. What do you spend your credit on? You haven't spent your credit yet, have you?
I almost did, and then I didn't.
Just saying,
I'm going to.
$50 free to every member.
It's awesome.
Globalgolf.com. Sign up for an account. Use your APT email. Then wait 3 hours, Brodsky. Just 3. You just have to wait. I'm waiting for him in the chat. He goes, mine didn't show up. I know it didn't. I'm busting you a little bit. Just saying. But just wait 3 hours. It'll be there. It's actually $55 because you get $5 for.
You get $5 for signing up. So.
But we just advertise the 50. The whole under promise over deliver thing. You really get 55.
There you go.
Just saying. But anyways, our good friend, familiar face, Jack Curry is in the house tonight, and his son Jay. We got 2 generations of Currys here. I don't know if I can handle that. How's it going?
What's up, guys? What's happening?
So, Captain Underpants is in the house.
He is. Captain Underpants is here. Sorry, I missed it. I heard all about it from a ton of people, and really sorry we missed it. But thanks for having us on tonight. We really appreciate it. And obviously, we got lots of new things to talk about. Captain Underpants is still rocking and rolling, and so's Jay with 2 Under. But we brought you a new sponsorship, and we're really excited about it. Obviously, U.S. Glove and Nasser Valley Leathers has been in this business a long, long time. So I think it's probably something that most people are very familiar with, and the fact that they've been wearing a golf glove for those who wear them. They just didn't realize that there's so many differences in the industry. And we've been making just a short period of time, just about 55 years, and manufacturing for, gosh, I can tell you lots of the major brands. We can't specifically say names, and we can't, but let's call them OEMs. That's, the manufacturers who you presently are doing business with, that are a lot of the golf pros in the world are wearing on staff. We've been making gloves, a lot of private label stuff, all the stores that you shop in, all the pro shops you shop in, we've been making for, but more importantly, the company itself. What you guys don't understand is they are leatheriers. Yeah, let's call them. These are people that all they do is deal with leather every day. And it's sheepskin, and it's an amazing company. The company started in 1878. So they're getting pretty good at it by now.
So wait, they've been doing leather longer than Phil's been around?
That's right. Just a little longer than Phil.
Wow.
They're in their fifth generation.
That was super mean, but it was pretty funny.
Phil still has hair. Some of these sheep don't.
Poor Phil. Well, I'm just saying, man, these things are good. And the only bone I have to pick about this product so far is I vastly underestimated how much room it would take for 3,000 of these gloves. It's only 14 boxes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have to get a bigger office or a warehouse.
Hey, they got $55 to spend somewhere, right?
100%, they do, and they got $50 in our pro shop. So for the guys that signed up during the regular season, they got $50 to spend. And I'll tell you, since we put these in the pro shop, we've sold a lot of 3 glove packs as the $50 membership credit, which is a great way to use it. So,
let me tell everybody a little bit about that glove so everybody understands. This glove that Matt's talking about, which has the APT logo on it, is a patent that we've owned, that we gifted to a major OEM. All right. And it's a glove that will literally stay soft when you sweat. So it will not get boardy and crispy. And what happens in a lot of gloves, people are spitting in their palms the next 2 or 3 rounds, and they're wearing out the entire bottom of the palm itself, or the fingers are tearing apart. There's a couple things of why that's not going to happen. It's called Graflex tanning. The tanning process we use has graphite in it. Graphite allows the moisture in the skin itself to stay there. What happens typically on a sheepskin or leather is you'll sweat, and the acidity in your sweat pulls the moisture out of the skin and then dries it out. And that's what makes it crispy and boardy. And it looks like a glove that's about half the size of what you thought it was when you first bought it. And when you put it on, you have to spit on it to make it supple. That doesn't happen with this glove. In addition, fit. It's actually a hand cut glove. We don't put 30 layers of skin down and put a big old cutter on it. And then by the time it gets to the bottom, it's 4 layers difference because it's stretched out the skin. These are hand cut, meticulous. And that's what makes the fit on these. And if you look at the glove itself, this area right here is called a fourchette. That's the inside of the finger. Go check out other gloves. You're going to see them. Seam is right on the edge of the forefinger, on the index, or you're on the baby finger. Because what's going to happen on your little finger, it's going to start pinching. That's not going to happen with these gloves. So the fit is really good. Now, I know there are guys who have beefy hands. Those with beefy hands, or we call them the American hand, are wide in the palm and short in the fingers. The Europeans are thin in the palm and long in the fingers. That's why there's 2 different sizes. Regulars are more for your European type hand, and the American hand fits more in the cadets. So when you go to fit a glove, make sure that when you put it on, you don't just grab it by the bottom of the wrist and start yanking on it, because guess what? All you're doing is stressing an area that's not made to be stressed. That's called a wristband. That's not a hand. So you put the glove on, you slide it on, you pull your fingers down first and seat them at the bottom. Then you pull the tab down and across the palm, across the back of the hand. This area should now be taut. It should not be any extra leather there, as you can see here. And I can show you with a bigger one if you want. But look what's happening here. It's nice and taut, which means when I'm wearing this, that tab should be about there. If this tab, and I'm going to exaggerate it, comes all the way over there and you can't see the other underside of the tab, you have a glove that's way too big. Wear it 2 times and it's going to be 3 times too big and you'll be complaining. So make sure you fit yourself properly with the glove. And if you need help, we have a size chart. We can make it work for you. We'll help you on that aspect. APT has invested a lot of money to help you to have better gloves in your hands, and we're here to support you in any which way. I just wanted to say that from the company standpoint, we stand behind our product. We love the fact that we have an opportunity to partner with the APT, and the glove itself is just going to get better and better and better as you wear it. As Matt said, he's already worn it 5 or 6, maybe even 10 times. It's not even showing a sign of wear that his other gloves did.
Oh, it's so good, Jack. And, I thought it was awesome because obviously we got to introduce these gloves at Streamsong for the first time, put them in our players' hands. And the feedback was very instantaneous. And everybody that had them loved the glove. They loved the fit. Had everybody try it on before we gave it to them. Everybody found a glove that fit, that worked. And I saw a bunch of them on the golf course all weekend, and people are happy with them. And obviously Streamsong is going to be some of the most extreme conditions. You got the 90s and humidity of Florida is a tough spot for golf gloves to survive. But these did really well in that. And it's going to be good. And we got some cool programs coming out for them. Obviously, you guys have stepped up at the majors. And so when you get to the majors, you're getting a golf glove, which is really cool. Our players will love. And we've got some different ways to take advantage of the pro shop. So check it out.
Exactly. And we're excited to be a sponsor of every major in this, and of course, the North American Championship when we get to there. So I think Jay can talk a little bit about something else that other people don't know. This is one glove of our entire line, and the APT members, whether it's a rain glove or any other product, Jay can talk about some of the other products that we offer that can have the APT logo or the USG logo. And US Glove is a company based out of Johnstown, New York, or the old story is Gloversville, New York is the name of that company, the area.
Yeah, we have some. We have a rain glove, a winter glove. We have some specialty gloves for arthritic glove, which is an Android. So it's got some additional padding there. So if you have any arthritis, we have actually a shorty glove for the ladies that like to get their fingernails made and a little bit longer at the end. So it's a half finger glove. We have 2 power mesh gloves. One, which actually for a woman, has a little hole for their engagement ring, but it's got a power mesh, cool, soft outer on the back side of the glove, so your hand can breathe as well. So we have a Ulti Cross, which is kind of a little bit more padding in the heel, in the palm, I should say, where you typically find a little bit more wear and tear. But we got a full assortment of different gloves that are constructed and well made, obviously.
Yeah. So here's the rain glove. I love the rain glove.
Thank you.
Yeah. These are cool. It's got the different padding that it's very unique. But
it won't slip. And one of the things with rain gloves, they typically tell you have to wet them first to go make them successful. That has synthetic on it and a silicone that's going to help you to hold on to the grip, whether it's wet or dry. So that's the key. A lot of people sweat profusely and sweat through leather, and they don't like to wear their leather gloves when it's real hot and 109 degrees or 110 index. You can wear those rain gloves, and they perform admirably. And of course, it comes as a pair, by the way, and that pair cost is as much as most people are charging for one glove.
Yeah, no, I couldn't believe that when you told me that. I was like, is that for one? And you're like, no, that's for the whole pair. So really good, and was able to test those a couple weeks ago. And I'm not trying to hate on any of the rain gloves that I've owned, but it's not even close. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, thanks for that endorsement, Matt. And as far as we're concerned, U.S. Glove's excited to be a part of it. Jay and I are both very excited to be a part of the APT, and we'll come out and we'll be a part of the events that we're present at. And whatever questions you have, you're always welcome to email us. Chris can share that email with the group, with all the members. We have no issues answering questions, and I guarantee you won't have any problem getting an answer back from us.
That is correct. So, although I still have that bone to pick you, I have a lot of boxes in my office right now. DHL dropped them in the middle of our conference room. So, of course, like my wife's pregnant, she can't move anything. So, Chris and I are coming back, and they're like, "Oh, DHL put it up against the wall because that's what we told them to do." No, middle of the conference room. Like, couldn't even walk into my office this morning. I was like, "Well, that's what 2,000 gloves looks like." So. But we're excited to get them in the hands of our members. It's going to be great. They're not going to stay that way for long. As soon as you buy, it's one of those things you're going to buy one. It's very much like 2 under. You get one pair, you're going to need 20. So
the only difference is they don't have a Joey pouch built in. They have a good fit, but they don't have a Joey pouch. So it's not asset management; it's finger management.
Nice. So, well, anyways, we got a ton to talk about tonight. Still. We got a message from your company. So brought to you by, Jack Curry and US Glove. We kicked Jack off. I didn't want to kick Jack off.
Oh, my bad. I was vibing, man.
You were vibing. That was some good music. So the one thing I will tell you, if you're vibing, and you California boys out there, like, you got to pay attention to this stuff. It's usgglove.com. Because if you go to usglove.com, it's like something for pickleball or something like that.
Oh.
usgglove.com.
So
I learned that the hard way today. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
usgglove.com.
There we go, man. Jack's the man, dude. That was like, this is how you
put your glove Jack's saying there's questions on gloves. Let's get Jack back. Chris, why did you take Jack away?
No worries, guys. Hey, just a couple answers to some questions I've seen pop up. One, junior gloves. It's such a big part of our life, and all the people that are members have kids that are playing. We do make a one-size-fits-all junior glove, which is for everybody and fits every size. We actually manufacture for one of the major junior club manufacturers out there. But the key is we do make a women's, and a women's glove goes all the way down to a small women's, and make small, medium, large, and XL in women's. And a lot of the juniors can wear those. So make sure they try those on. Our cadet small is a great glove for kids that are starting, boys, but there are many girls that can wear the men's sizes based on the width of their hand, but also there are small boys who wear the women's sizes. So please make sure they get out there and try those on. And understand that all the gloves that we have, like Matt said, usgglove.com. So the other company, usglove.com, is basically for gymnastics. It's somebody who had the name before us. Gymnastic wraps on it. So if you need gymnastic wraps, you can go to usglove.com, but ours is usgglove.com.
I was so confused.
Yeah, everybody is, and we apologize. We were late to the dance floor, I guess. Grabbing our name, but if there's any questions, again, we're here for you, and thanks for letting me back on for that.
No, you're good, and we'll just keep you on because we'll keep talking. I mean, we like you. We don't get you that much.
All right, we learned. All right, what did we learn today? So far, we learned what's the thing called a faucet, a facet,
fourchette.
Fourchette.
What's the language of origin for that?
It got to be French.
It's got to be French. Yeah, I mean, it probably is Indian though. I would have to ask Nasser on that. So Nasser Ahmed, because the main factory is in India, and by the way, we own our own tannery. So it's not like we're buying sheepskin from. We raise the sheep. We have 16,000 square feet of building. We've got acres and acres and acres of sheep, and the tannery. We take the skin itself and tan it right there. So we're not giving it to anybody else. Nobody's touching it but us.
I just want to point out that he says we raise the sheep. Like that's head to toe manufacturing right there.
Yeah,
vertical manufacturing.
That's legit.
That is farm to hand.
Not to be confused with the farm hand.
That's right.
Exactly.
No,
but so I enjoy the fact that it's not called a cadet. It's called American because we're short and fat. Is that what it comes down to?
A little bit, probably very close. Are we obese? Oh yeah. Well, let's go short, fat hands. Hey, the Americans just don't have a long finger. That's all it is. Let's call it that. But the width of our hand it's the breadth of it, right? It's like a beer can. It fits a beer can perfectly.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
But one thing to let everybody know is we do have all the sizes stocked, minus the junior sizes.
Correct.
We have all of those. We're going to be adding definitely the rain gloves for sure into the store.
So talk to me about this winter glove. I know it's the middle of July. Well, it's not July yet.
Got one right here.
Yeah, it's called the Warm Fit, and it is a phenomenal glove. So here's the difference about many winter gloves. A lot of winter gloves out there are synthetic. The problem with synthetic, it holds the cold in there. Once you get cold air in there and it's synthetic, there's nothing that's a natural fiber. So ours is actually a suede leather, and it has a tacky feel. So when you're playing out there in cold, what happens is you're not sweating, correct? So you need something that's going to help you to hold on to the grip. Plus, you don't want it to be thick and cumbersome on the palm side. It's thick and cumbersome on the back with fleece, which backs the cold air that's hitting the back of your hand, which, by the way, if you ever sweat, where do you sweat? Typically, you sweat on the back of your hand first, not the palm of your hand. Typically, it runs down your wrist and into your palm, but the back of your hand is what sweats first. And if you can keep that in the cold air from sweating and keeping cold air from hitting sweat, you're going to prevent your hand from getting cold because the cold air is not going to be hitting your sweat.
Got it. I'm just interested in the fact that there's an actual winter glove, so I don't need my mittens anymore.
Dude, they're good. I have a pair right here.
Yeah, and when you're dealing with a suede, so in the winter, obviously it's going to be a little thicker than a sheepskin. So we use goat skin, and goat skin is much more durable. Goats can go out all the way up the hill, by the way. These aren't farmed. They do literally the goats go up the hill. So they're used to rugged areas. That's why their skin's a little tougher. And that's why we use it on the winter glove.
Interesting.
Well, I'll be looking forward to using that in 5 to 6 months.
Most people, a lot of people use them for golf, but guess what they use them for? Driving, because they're nice, they're supple, and they feel great when you're driving, and they're not real cumbersome.
Yeah, they actually feel really nice. I haven't played in them yet, obviously, because it's not been that cold. But they definitely feel different than the typical winter gloves that we're used to. So,
yeah. Well, my style is use the regular glove and then wear your mittens. So
yeah. And that takes time.
Can't play fast if you got to put your hands in and out of your mittens all the time.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you're dropping them, and that heaters in there and everything else you possibly can.
Right.
Give me some high quality winter gloves with Jack. You're amazing in your presentation and knowledge of your product, dude. I'm not even going to try to talk about the virtues of it. I was just sold when you went through your spiel. So,
well, thank you, man.
6 months, I'm gold. Come November, we're gold. Anyway.
I'm almost as old as the glove company, so if I don't know it by now, I'm not going to learn it.
I'm pretty sure somebody just ordered 3 gloves with their membership. Let's take a guess. Sure enough, there's 3. There we go. 3 gloves.
Nice.
There we go.
Right in there. Is it bad that I can see with the $50 discount and the shipping, it comes in if it's $6.07, I'm like, those are 3 gloves. Problem. Is it gets interesting. But yeah, use the Pro Shop credit, guys. You guys that signed up before the summer membership started, you get $50 in the Pro Shop, $50 to globalgolf.com. Now the summer membership is here, started on Friday, which a bunch of people have taken advantage of. It's just $75, guys. $75, and we give you $50 in cash to globalgolf.com, which you can buy anything except these gloves. So you got to come to the Pro Shop for that. We got great deals in the Pro Shop on this. Discounts if you buy 3 or more. We're going to roll out a subscription soon, Mr. Jack. So, Takir's in the chat.
There we go.
USGglove.com. You can go to USGglove.com. They've got all the styles there. We've got right now. We just have these are the Ultima. They're great. The APT Tour glove, top of the line. We'll have the rain gloves in there as well. So we're excited about that.
It's good times.
Any available in right hand XXL men's.
Got it.
Yeah, I believe we ordered some.
We did, and if we didn't, we have them at the office. And the nice thing about our glove is set up so that our U.S. glove stock can put the APT logo right over top of the U.S. glove logo and still get an APT glove. If not, we'll give you a USG glove. But either way, you're getting the same product that APT is offering all the way across the board. So there's never a deviation. There's no substitutes whatsoever.
He's asking because it doesn't show it in ours. Did I not order one? Did I screw this up?
Right hand? Are we talking for a left-handed golfer?
For lefty.
Lefty, double XL. I'll have to double check, Matt. I can check that tomorrow. But I thought we did do some doubles.
I did too. If not, we'll order them the next time.
We have them in stock, and we have the logo, so we can put them on there. Just tell them to place the order, and you can place it through us, and we'll just drop ship it for you.
Yeah. Shoot me an email if you're looking for them. I'm going to put my email in the chat because everybody in the world has my email. So
we'll get them for them.
We'll get it taken care of.
It's easy.
I could just give you Allie's email. I'll give you mine. She'll yell at me if I do that.
And just so everybody knows,
email will be picked up.
I know there's a few pickleball players in here, but guess what? We have pickleball gloves starting in mid-July.
Nice.
Yes.
You wear gloves for this is so interesting.
Well, you know what, Matt? Nobody knows this yet. It's such a new sport. Nobody knows. But you know where it came from? It came from racquetball. And there's been 5 or 6 people that have been injured across the country in pickleball because their opponent has left go of the racket and hit their opponent or their partner in the head with it. So I think people are going to be wearing gloves when it's hot and sweaty, especially. But it's a grip thing.
How are you going to explain that one? What happened?
Hey, honey, I got knocked out last night.
Took the pickleball racket to the freaking back of the head. Oh.
I used to think that golf injuries were the tough one to explain, but I think pickleball might take the cake.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, somebody says we should have an underwear and glove size on the APT membership form.
2025.
Guess what? That's coming.
Underwear size is a little bit weird because
it's wasted.
We have women that join our tour.
Well, they have significant others,
and I don't want to know.
Well, we have a lot of women are wearing our men's underwear because they love the material.
Dude, the T-shirts go every time. Every time we have a T-gift now that's 2 under, they're like, "Did you give me a T-shirt?" All the time. The membership form needs to not be crazy. We're working through it. The golf gloves have been really popular though. We heard great feedback. Like I said, at Stream Song. Really excited about that. Obviously, we've got a new field of people at Ambrier that are going to get to test it at Sequoia in the next couple of weeks. So they'll be there. You'll also be able to buy extras there because we'll have the Pro Shop open for both of those events, which will be fun. Christian, we're going to send out an order. He wants to know about the Bodie short. We'll send out an order form in the email. We'll send it in the email. The next APT email that goes out, we'll have an order form for the Bodie short.
Yep.
I got to talk to Jack through the logistics of that.
No problem.
But we'll get that to you. And by the way, if you don't know what the Bodie short is, you absolutely should because it's the best thing in golf this year.
It's a 4-way stretch short that you can wear for everything, and it's lightweight. And it washes like iron. It's got an elastic band, a zipper back pocket, and cell phone slides in the front of both pockets. So if you have a cell phone or keys, they're not sliding out if you're sitting in a cart or a car.
Right.
And we will have some swimsuits for you too. That's coming. The Juicy is on its way.
The Juicy.
Juicy.
Juicy with a Joey pouch.
Oh,
Goodness. I'm just staying out of it. All I know is Shopify is like blowing up right now.
That's a good thing.
People are.
See this one? I can trust a fart at Stream Song, Nathan.
I'm just staying out of that.
Yep. 2 under hats. Yeah, you can get those too.
So,
Chris,
what's next?
Yeah, next.
Let's get into the topic.
Getting ugly.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my God. Dude, Hamlet, you can always count on getting totally grilled by
Summer membership. Summer membership, Fegley. Talk about the summer membership.
Well, it's summertime, so the membership goes down to $75, which is good and bad. It's good because you still get $50 worth at Global Golf. Also, our guest fees for most tournaments are $25 to $35 or $40, depends. So you get your money back by just joining and waiving your first tournament guest fee. So you get the membership, $75. It's gold, man. And then you get
like St. Louis, we still have 10 tournaments left. Actually, we have 12 tournaments left.
Jeez.
I just recruited two people this week when I saw them about with the 75. We've never heard of the APT, and I said, you need to join. Now's the time if you're going to do it. You got a whole half a season left, and you can accomplish a lot of things, and more importantly, get to meet some great people and play some great golf.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great year. Obviously, North American Championship, Jack, coming down to your neck of the woods. The Senior North American Championship back in Myrtle Beach, which is going to be awesome because every golf course we've booked for the rotation is a gem.
They're all primo
there. I mean, True Blue, Caledonia are both top 100s, guaranteed. Legends is the top-ranked golf resort in the country.
It's over the top good right now. I'm telling you right now.
And Heathland. Heritage Club is the best-kept secret in Myrtle Beach.
It is.
Opinion. Oyster Bay is probably sneaky one of the best tournament golf courses at the beach. So,
and watch the gators.
You're not hitting it straight.
Yeah, don't go too far off course. There's lots of gators there. Lots.
Yeah, we had our gator entertainment at Stream Song.
We did. We had a little baby gator walking across the putting green.
Yeah, yeah. It was the end of the day, and everybody's out there putting, and this little gator's just like.
He belongs there. You don't.
Exactly. So anyhow, what was the interesting thing? Oh, hey, Joe Smolera, who's out of knee replacement surgery, has made the Facebook Live.
All right.
I'm afraid of what Joe might say because he's probably on some really happy drugs, but good to see Schmo.
Nice to have you back, Joe.
Absolutely.
So, well, cool. Well, Fegley, the celebration is in order. I did pass my World Handicap certification today.
Ooh, nice.
With the USGA, took their 20-question quiz. And you know what's really funny? Is they're doing some of the stuff that our handicap committee's been doing on the APT for the last 9 months.
Well,
they're like, new for 2024. I'm like, oh, really? That's interesting. That looks familiar.
There might have been reasons why we've been doing some things.
Correct. So before we go, one last thing before we go to break, we got rules. We're going to bring Jay Curry. We're going to have some fun.
There you go.
So we're going to see how good of a PGA pro he still is. Test his knowledge. This is going to be it's going to be entertaining. Rules with Jay.
I like it.
But Big Al says we need a Myrtle Beach event at Heritage before the championship. Well, before the championship, we have an event at True Blue and Caledonia, so make sure you sign up for that. In a par 3. So come in Wednesday, the 18th. Everything starts Wednesday night. Thursday event at True Blue and Caledonia. You can pick one or the other. And then obviously the championship Friday through Sunday. Folds of Honor VIP party on Thursday night with the best local band in Myrtle Beach on Thursday night. We'll probably talk about the 2025 major schedule, reveal the 2025 North American Championship destination. All I'm saying is the 2025 major schedule is the best Jody's ever put out.
It's phenomenal.
I'm pretty excited about it. So
It's gonna be a good
Great win.
time.
Chris, all you gotta do is hit the button, man. When you're ready for 2 under, just hit the button.
2 under. Quality fabrics, no roll waistband, Joey pouch, elevate and separate, no chafing. What more could you ask for?
The no roll waistband.
That's right, baby.
So when you show me your 200s in tournament, pull your shorts up. Don't pull your pants down. That's all I ask.
I was like, what? Anyhow,
It's a good rule. What do you think? Hey,
What's going on?
pull the shorts from the knee up. Don't pull your shorts down from the waist down to reveal your 200s.
Nah, you got either one. It depends if you have the 9-inch or the 6-inch. Or
Yeah, if
3
you have the 9, you just got to roll the shorts up.
9-inch, easy access.
If you got the 3-inch, I don't want to see it.
I don't know if I can get my shorts up that high.
That's pretty good. So we got rules. I actually disagreed with Chris. Chris says to cover the embedded ball around the green first. And I'm not sure what he was referring to.
So if your ball's embedded around the green,
Yeah.
like is it touching the green
No.
or around the green? No, I mean if it's embedded on the course, anywhere on the course, it would be free relief.
Right.
Well,
But
besides the hazard.
Yeah.
to be counted as embedded, it has to be in its own pitch mark.
Pitch mark. Correct.
Right.
That's the key.
That's you can't be in somebody else's pitch mark.
No.
Just saying.
So
I don't know, Fagley. You've got rules questions.
That could be a tricky one. I could see how a lot of people can misconstrue that one.
Now Chris is sending me an Instagram link.
if you're
About
I don't know, man.
embedded ball in the general area. Can you drop it on the green?
Well, yes, technically there's certain scenarios where you could drop it on the green. If you're on a sprinkler head near the green and that's your nearest point of relief, that would put you on the green. I've had that scenario one time.
Right. As long as it's so you can't drop it on the green.
Well, it's the nearest point.
Nearest point. Chris
Nearest
just
point that would put you on there. There was one scenario that did actually happen.
Yeah, you actually cannot, according to the USGA. I'm watching their Instagram now. I've never had that instance happen because when does the ball plug on the French?
Wet conditions.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in golf.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, goodness. It's always fun. Everybody's on the USGA. I think we should just start all the drama.
Yeah, you're bringing up a lot of scenarios. Everyone's looking back at their rounds saying, "Wait a second, I could have done this."
It's just the one thing that I always like to remind people about is, just go back to square one. You play the course as you find it, and you play the ball as it lies.
Correct.
You'll never get in trouble if you do those things.
Super simple. Could you smooth over the sand in a waist area to hit your ball? No.
But if you know the rules can honestly benefit you as well.
Correct. Sand and loose soil are not loose impediments except when they're on the putting green.
Right.
So sand and loose soil are not loose impediments in a waist area.
Yep. And what do you do when you have a doubt?
Play two balls.
Play 2 balls. Make sure you only record one score, because if not, you're going to be putting a 56 on posting when you sign that scorecard. I've seen that happen.
Nice.
You just signed for a 56. What do you mean? No, I played one ball 5, the other ball 6. No.
Oh boy!
I put both scores on it, and to remind themselves to bring it to the attention. Hey, I played 2 balls on that hole and signed it, and there you go. You got a 56 on that hole.
Welcome to your 68 turned into a 134.
You can sign for a higher score. You can't sign for a lower score.
Correct. That's another important thing. And the number one thing that always matters with your scorecard, It's not a test of your arithmetic.
No, you're not responsible for adding it up.
It is a test of did you make a 3 on hole number 1 or a 4? That's it. Hole by hole.
Responsible hole by hole.
It's done. Some of these things you just got to keep saying until you're blue in the face, you know? But that's okay.
Right. Here's a good one. Can you fix a ball mark in your putt line if your ball is resting on the fringe?
Yes.
So is the pitch mark on the green?
That's the key point. Is the pitch mark on the green or is the pitch mark in the fringe?
So fun. There you go. I don't even know if I want to deal with Fraser's question. This is
I'm like, whoa, that's a.
You better want to see this book. Welcome to the life of running a part of the APT.
Whoa, boy.
So the correct thing would be to bring this up at scoring to the committee and let us handle it.
Yeah. Because remember, the key thing about a ball that goes into a penalty area, it's where it crossed, not where it wound up.
Yeah, but there's some golf courses with some penalty areas that are a little discreet in regards to the red and the yellow, and you're like, all right, crossed over yet red, but then it went into yellow, so where do you drop? So
dumbest rule in golf, Jay.
I know.
Red and yellow penalty area.
I 100% agree. And it was a par 3, Woodcrest Country Club. No, yeah, number 3, and it was iffy. It was iffy on several scenarios.
So,
well, it could have been a crappy mark of the course, because if it was yellow, though, wouldn't it be like a situation where the green's in front of you or the advancement's in front of you anyhow?
It was a partial island green with a bridge. So it was yellow going all the way down the left side, but then red more so on the right side. So
I got you. So you're not sure where? Okay, I'm not going down that.
You can hit a big old little hook around it and cross the red, but then still end up in the yellow.
Got it.
But where did the ball last entry? Because you're going over water, over the green, back in the water.
Right. Last entry. Oh boy.
We have a golf course in St. Louis I have to make every year on the rule sheet. Basically say, hey, I know this hole's marked yellow, but it needs to be marked red and change it, because it's like a pond that goes into affinity to the left of the green. So if it goes in it, there's no place you can take a drop. Because the hazard's like lateral and you can't go like behind the hazard.
Right. It's the point of a lateral hazard.
So I love how Chris Alderucci just replied to Chris Alderucci.
I know. But here's the problem. You don't have to announce it. It's customary. It's good etiquette.
On course out of bounds is another thing. Being a PGA myself, I just have a hard time just signifying that one for any sense. I mean,
yeah.
I get it. I mean, if it's a hard dog leg right where you're trying to, define the lines, but that one's a tough one.
I got one for you, Jay. I got one for you. I'm just curious. We're gonna go there. So you're PGA Pro. You've managed this a bunch. What's the 3 things that every golfer should do to speed up pace of play?
3 things to speed up pace of play.
Or it could be less or more. I mean, whatever.
1, forget about flag in, flag out. That drives me nuts. I mean, regardless, hole out. 2, go to your don't be concerned about your other player's ball. Go focus on your next shot. Prepare for your next shot. Hands down. I mean, again, I understand helping and assisting players looking for a lost ball, but once 3 minutes comes by, you got to focus on your next shot, and more importantly, at the end of the day, think about it. I mean, you're out there to have fun. I mean, what are you fretting about of a ruling? I mean, play 2 balls and let's move on.
Right. Bet a beer over it or something.
And remember,
something
like life, golf ain't fair, so yeah, you might get screwed every once in a while. But you might get a positive break too. But
It's true.
Here's the thing, and Alderucci was down there in the comments talking about it. The number one thing about a provisional golf ball, the only thing that matters, is that you announce it. I don't give two. I mean, look, do you want to hit the same ball? Not necessarily. You want to mark one differently? Yes, that's generally traditionally the correct thing to do, so you can identify and differentiate between the two balls if they went in the same general area. But the key is, don't go to your cart and mumble something about hitting another one. Because when you throw that in, put that peg in the ground and hit it, and you didn't say, I'm hitting a provisional because I think it's lost, I think it went out of bounds, whatever. It gets very, very, very sticky and very ugly very quick because you didn't announce your intention. Don't get caught up in the fact of like, well, I used a 3 versus a 4, or I put a dot on this one versus that one. Yes, that's what you want to do. But the key is when you go to hit that provisional, go, guys, I'm hitting a provisional. I think it's lost. Let's move on. That's
fair point. You get loud when you make a birdie. Why not get loud when you hit a provisional?
I hit it like crap. This is a provisional.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
But
anyways,
sorry.
I'm sure you boys are coming across a lot more rollings these days than I have been.
Oh, goodness. I will say this, Jesse's comment. He asked if he could drop a ball in an area, because sometimes the committee declares an area penalty area. This is something that's like, I think it's important because in 2019, the rule changed. So back when Jay was a pro, I can say that.
Yeah, you could.
Back when Jay was a pro,
Active plus.
The committee couldn't declare an area a lateral hazard because a lateral hazard's water. It's declared ahead of the time. All that changed when hazard turned to penalty area. It changed a few things. So the committee has the ability to define a penalty area in an area where a ball is unlikely to be able to be played or unlikely to be found. So Stream Song, we made a lot of the waste areas penalty areas because there were a lot of spots in that you could lose a ball or get bit by a snake, or, we didn't want you walking around in knee-high grass.
Nor hold up play doing it.
Correct. So that being said, if the committee declares that area a penalty area, like the fescue, and you have cart path that borders fescue on one side, fairway on the other side, and typically, if that fescue wasn't a penalty area, you would have to drop in the fescue if you took relief from the cart path. If that area is declared a penalty area, you can no longer take relief in it, so the nearest point would go to the other side.
And you're taking a shot. You're not getting the benefit of being on the cart path because you're in the fescue.
Correct. If your ball's lying in the penalty area, you don't get relief from the cart path. If your ball's on the cart path, you still get free relief just on the other side.
Sorry, I'm yelling at.
Even if it's deemed closer.
Right. Well, because the key. Well, no, it shouldn't be. Well, the red penalty takes precedent, so it's a red. The fescue's now a red penalty.
Correct.
So you can't drop in a red penalty. But at the same point in time, you don't get the benefit of the fact that you're up against the cart path. It's like tough. You're in a red penalty area. Take your relief if you so choose, which then at that point is one stroke. Well, so all right. So I don't know, Christian, why we're doing this. No offense. Why are we talking about something that happened in a tournament a week ago when it didn't get brought up to the committee at the tournament?
Correct. Nothing makes me more angry than that. This is a good comment. If you announce provisional ball and you find your ball, you must play that provisional. That's not true.
If you announce a provisional ball and you find your ball, you must play that provisional. No, you go, but you play the original ball. The provisional is
dead once you find your ball. It's completely dead once you find your golf ball. You can't say, oh, I don't like where that is, so I'm just going to play the provisional. You can go back to the tee and hit another shot. But if you find your provisional, if you hit a provisional and you find your original ball, the original ball is in play. Now, I will tell you, there's times in the tournament when we've got down to an area my original ball is in 4 feet high of grass that's not marked a hazard, and I will immediately declare my ball lost.
Well,
and people are like, don't you want to search for your 3 minutes? No.
And what's interesting, here's the important thing: you can't declare your ball lost. If I wanted to be an a-hole and find your ball, I could. But
100%.
Generally, what people say is, "I don't care. I'm going to that one."
See you later.
And hurry up and go hit that ball, because the minute you hit that ball, then it doesn't matter. But you got to make that next.
Circling back to that pace of play.
Oh,
Move
okay.
on.
So he said what happened. All right. So I'm going to step back for this one. Okay. Sorry. All right. So let's go to the provisional thing for a sec. Okay. First of all, what do? We want to declare our provisional, right? We want to make sure it's a different ball.
Different marking.
Different marking, different number, something. Because if you don't, and say you hit 2 Titleist 3 with a Yukon logo and they both go off to the right, and you find one and you find the other.
Or let's be honest, since Christian's picking on people here, if you hit 4 golf balls right, all with the Yukon logo on it.
Fair enough.
Just saying.
The key is, if you can't differentiate what ball is what, it's the most recent ball that you hit.
Christian told me I'm number 1.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Hey, you're a major champion. I can still pick on you for it.
Exactly. The key is, though, is as it relates to playing a provisional, declare it, use a different ball, whether it's a different color, different type, different number, something that you can differentiate. Because if you do, and I love Jake's example, use a white one, use a yellow one, because you want to be able to differentiate the two. Because if you can't, tough cookies, you're
right
hitting 3 or one back.
So here's a fun question. What's the most number of provisional balls you've had to hit off a tee in competition and then found your original ball?
I hit 3.
I hit 4 one time and birdied the hole.
That's amazing.
It was awesome. Anyways,
simply amazing.
I was like, I literally just hit 8 shots and made 4 on a par 5.
Yeah.
It was great. This is a good one. I'll talk through this one. So we're talking about provisional ball for ball out of bounds. However, we do have the local rule in play. This is a good question. There's a model local rule that allows you to provisional for a ball that might be lost in a penalty area. The reason being is, I think at Columbia Country Club, it's a 200-yard par 3 from the back tees, forced carry over the gulch where the drop's going to be like the front tee, right? So if you hit it left and it kind of kicks off the green, it could be down in the junk and you don't know if it's lost. You can go, to save time, drop a ball and say, hey, this is provisional for if I need to take a drop, so I don't have to go back and hit it. Now, when you get there, you find your original ball, you have 2 options. 1, you can play the ball as it lies, or 2, you've already hit your relief. Those are your 2 options. So if you're playing it towards a ball that may be lost in the penalty area and you take a drop, if you don't play the ball as it lies, you've already taken your relief option. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yep. We did that. Yeah, I did that on StreamSong because I wasn't sure if I cleared the stuff.
Right. Well, let's bring Jack back on. We got a few minutes. We got questions. We got US Glove, which I'm super excited about. One of the best products we've ever put in our pro shop. I'm really excited about it. So right here, you got them on if you want to ask any questions about it. We've got obviously 2 under questions. I know you all are wearing 2 under, so I would say put it in the chat if you're wearing 2 under, but I don't need the visual.
No.
Some people would send pictures and it's not good. I don't need to know that you're wearing giraffes today.
Yeah. Or coconuts.
Yeah.
Or golf carts.
Golf carts.
Right.
Bananas.
Like Ricky and Full Swing too.
I got the astronauts today.
Rockets.
I had to look. So
did you pull up the leg or did you drop your pants?
I pulled up the leg, man. I got the 9-inch on today. I don't own any 3-inch. I'm just saying. Like, those have got to be popular in Europe or something, but I don't know how popular they're on the APT, the 3-inch brief. But
right now, beers and wieners, baby. We got beers and wieners in stock and rocking and rolling.
But anyways, let's talk through the glove thing for a minute, because I'll be honest, that we're 4 years into this. Let's call it the APT experiment. That's a safe way to say it. We've been looking for a glove for a long time. In fact, before you get involved in introducing me to these guys at the PGA show this year, as I was scouring the show floor to find the booth, we ran into a lot of glove companies. I'll just be honest, nothing we looked at, and we looked at 10 or 15, touches the quality of this glove. I mean, it's just authentic and good leather. Just saying.
Yeah, we feel very blessed. And again, I a long story short is I was with them from 99 to 2012. And the gentleman who was the founder of that company and was a 5th generation family owned, 110 years old when I left in 2012. His name's John Whitmer, and God bless his soul. He's passed in 2020 at 89. He was a brilliant glove man. He knew everything about gloves. And I always said to myself, I was happy that I learned what he couldn't remember. I was happy I knew, because everything he could forget things, and I could learn that much on just what he told me. The guy was brilliant and never, ever, ever got upset about anything. He was always looking for ways to make a glove better. If somebody had a complaint about the wrist or the fingers or twisting, the one thing about gloves, you put them on right and the fingers twist, and all of a sudden you're doing this, trying to get the glove to be straight, and you feel a seam in between yourself and the grip or the palm. And you're saying, how do I fix this? You're not going to find that with our gloves. You're going to find that with a glove that's not hand cut. And that's when it's a machine cut glove, and you can tell immediately. And you'll see that. And the more and more our people, the members and the participants in the tournaments wear a glove like ours, they'll understand why the quality of the glove is. Is it going to be the most expensive or the least expensive? No, it's going to be the best value for the best fit. It's comfort, fit, and playability. That's all put into one.
That's good. I keep putting mine on and off here as we're sitting here talking, just because it's in there. It's so comfortable.
And I love the way they smell. They just have a great, you're not going to find a stinky leather, that's for sure. It's a great glove. And we have synthetics too. There are people who are going to ask you, what if I don't like leather? Or like they don't like the feel. We have one called the Cabratech. It's a extra thin skin of synthetic, very, very durable, a high abrasion factor, feels like a leather, but it lasts longer and feels better for some people who don't like that leather feel. Some people sweat too much. They can't wear a leather. They have to wear something else. There's different synthetics. We have a one-size-fits-all glove. And those are the things that we make a glove for everybody. Somebody who wants a little lighter glove, they'll have a leather palm and a synthetic back. And like Jay said, our Stay Cool glove, which is the power mesh, can be worn. For people who sweat profusely and they want something lightweight and mesh on the back, we have that too.
Right. I love these rain gloves. I think the rain gloves are so good.
Yeah, I think the proof's in the pudding too. When you get to wear them and understand the factor of why they're made, they're not just a typical glove that we put our name on. That we call it a rain glove. It's called the Hydro Grip for a reason. It's made to be used in water.
Yeah, no, it's they're really good. And the Ultimate Glove, which is what we have in our pro shop with the APT logo on it, $18 retail for a premium Cabretta leather glove. We'll put that price up against anybody.
Yeah, that glove is actually machine washable too. That's just the craziest part about it.
Really?
It is.
Yeah.
Do not put it in a microwave. Do not put it in a dryer, but it is machine washable.
Machine washable golf glove.
Now, would I put it in with my towels? Hell no. I'm not gonna. You're gonna put it in a delicate cycle and let it hand dry and let it air dry, and that'll be with the way it comes out, just like it is brand new. But you can, for the people that sweat profusely or put your hand in an area where it gets really dirty, you can really clean them up. And our production capabilities are amazing. That's what's amazing. We have an opportunity to make as many as 2 million gloves a month easily. So it's not a problem in making gloves. These people know what they're doing. The people who sew these gloves take a lot of pride in what they do. They come to work every day to manufacture gloves. So you're not getting somebody who's coming in there on a Friday morning and leaving at Friday at noon and never coming back. Most of these people have been in that factory for 25 to 30 years or longer. That's the one thing I give a lot of credit to the people who own it. Nasser and his entire family have loyal employees, which goes a long way in making sure that you get the same quality glove that was delivered 30 years ago that is being delivered today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, we got a quick minute for questions. I know we're running a little bit over. We're going to have you back on as we do this because the gloves are awesome, man. They're fantastic. You guys knocked it out of the park. So I know I give you crap about how many boxes we have in the office, but I'm sure we'll be ordering more of those soon because these things are going to fly. Once you get one, you're going to want 10. It'll replace the glove you're using now.
But with the durability, you're not going to need 10, Matt.
But
You're gonna
that's a great point, Matt. And I think you should realize too. You think the guys on TV who are using their gloves are using the same glove for an entire round? They alternate their gloves. And if a good player, and if you want to play golf and enjoy the glove, you want to get consistent fit, right? So what's the difference when you pull a glove out of a package? It's going to feel a little tighter than a glove that you've worn for a full round. If you're alternating two gloves around, you're going to get more durability in the gloves, and you're going to get a better last and a better feel all the way through. So understand, one glove isn't made for 10 rounds in a row. Somebody says to me, how many rounds is that glove going to last? It's not determined by how many rounds. It's determined how you're using it.
Correct. And that's one thing that, to your point, right? Like I always have, what do I got? I probably got 2 or 3 hanging. So, you know, but that's the thing. I'll take 10 gloves, but hey, the durability, baby.
Yep. Yeah.
No, the worst thing is you get a glove that you play one time and then you got a hole in the palm.
Oh,
that won't happen here.
No. And if it does, I want to know about it because we're going to say we're sorry and give you a new one immediately. There's not even a question. We don't even look over our shoulder. We don't have to worry about Robert Conrad knocking that battery off. It's already off. We took care of it.
So
I'll take a look at your grip first, though. Anything.
Yeah. The golf pro, speaking from a golf pro perspective, he's going to look at your grip first.
I mean, how many people oversized? If any excess glove in there, it's gonna tear.
Yeah, I love the guys who say to me, they got a hand, they put it up to mine, and they say, oh, I wear a cadet large. And I said, okay, and I wear a cadet medium. So you're going to wear a glove, and you're going to wear it for half the amount of time because all that extra leather is going to get torn up inside that grip as you're torquing it down. Centrifugal force is pulling it away from your hand, and it's going to be twisted apart, and you're going to say, that glove didn't last very long. Well, it didn't fit you either. By the way, you lost the grip on the club on the way down, too.
That's right. That's why, Jack, it's the proper fitting. You got to check that palm.
Always got to check that palm. Shouldn't be able to pinch it.
Truth. It's the truth. Most people oversize their glove.
Yep. That was good stuff, man.
You're not wrong.
Really good.
Well, I appreciate it's coming on. Next week, we're coming live from Ambrier, which is going to be awesome.
Sweet.
I'm excited about that. The birthplace of the APT. Kevin loves the gloves. He was one of the first people I showed it to. So he's excited. He's like, man, these are really, really good.
We got to get him on board.
And they are. So, but yeah, I appreciate you coming on, Jack. We'll certainly bring you back. I will see you soon. Some point in Myrtle Beach. Got to make a visit. Jay, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, man.
So, gentlemen, thank you very much.
So thanks for tuning in.
To all the APT members, thank you for all your support. We appreciate you.
Well, we'll see you guys next week.
You bet.
Sounds good.
Take care. Thanks.